Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to present to you. Today with us is our regular presiding officer, the Honorable Vice Mayor John Lester Tan Malactan.
Thank you, Honorable Secretary. Good afternoon sa tanan. Welcome sa itong ika-26 regular session. May I request everyone to stand. Our session is now called to order.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, helas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y kulay. Lupang hinirang, kuyak ka ng mag-ibig, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit kong bagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang lang matawag ko'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di matitigil. Luha ng araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang ibigaya ng pantay mag-api at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Puso ng Bukidnon, kung ikaw ay tawagin, sa lupaing pangako, tulay kang
Good afternoon. Verse of the day, Psalms 18:2-6. In my distress I called upon the Lord. To my God I cried for help. From his temple he heard my voice. In my cry to him reached his ears. Let us pray. Sign of the cross. Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Father in heaven, we rejoice that you are our Father. We rejoice that you are rule and guide each of us so that our path in life leads to what's good and genuine, and we do not get stuck on this or that concern. Lead us, renew us, and again, free us to go forward, finding new courage and joy for ourselves and our fellow men. Then we can praise you. Your strength and power can be revealed to us. You're in heaven, come down to earth, and your will be done on earth.
Present.
Honorable 𝐁𝐀𝐘𝐀𝐍
Present.
Honorable 𝐁𝐔𝐊𝐈𝐎𝐍𝐵. Two among the august body are on official business, Honorable Jonathan E. Lucenio and Honorable 𝐁𝐔𝐊𝐈𝐴𝐍𝐵.
Thank you, Honorable Secretary. Nonetheless, the quorum is hereby achieved, considering the number of those who are in present. Quorum is hereby declared. We will now request the Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Paulican, to facilitate the proceedings of today's session.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move to dispense the reading of the journal, the minutes of the previous session, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Second the motion.
There is a motion from Honorable Majority Floor Leader Paulican to dispense the reading of the journal and minutes of last session, seconded by Honorable Katin, Honorable Contrasal, and Honorable Cabalquinto. Motion approved.
If there any correction, if there is none, I move to adopt and approve the journal of minutes of the previous session, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Second motion.
Again, there's a motion from Honorable Majority Floor Leader Paulican to adopt and approve the reading of the journal and minutes of the last sessions, seconded by Honorable Subiri. Motion approved. Next item.
For the first reading and reference of committee on the proposed measure, ordinance, resolution, message, communication, and petition or referral, may we request our Honorable Secretary, Honorable Presiding Officer.
For the referrals, first item here is a letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor, received on January 16, 2026, requesting the Sangguniang Bayan for concurrence on the appointment of Dr. Marifel P. Kahayag as Municipal Government Department Head 1, Municipal Health Officer effective January 14, 2026 under permanent status.
Please refer this item to the Committee on Human Resource.
Item has been referred to the Committee on Human Resource, Management, and Civil Service.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Durumal. Next item.
Item number 2 is a letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor, received on January 16, 2026, requesting the Sangguniang Bayan for concurrence on the appointment of Engineer Apelas A. Cerezo as Municipal Government Head, Department Head 1, Municipal Assessor, effective January 14, 2026, under permanent status.
Please refer this item to the Committee on Human Resource.
Item has been referred to the Committee on Human Resource, Management, and Civil Service.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Durumal. Next item.
Those were the only 4 referrals, and now for the communications. For August Body's information, we have an advisory from the Department of Interior and Local Government Region 10, Northern Mindanao, Bukidnon. Provincial Office received on January 16, 2026 with the subject, implementation of the Regional Institutional Department Development Support RIDS, addressing the gaps under the health, compliance, and responsiveness of selected LGUs in Region 10. I think I need to read part of that communication because it is an invitation for August Body's representation, I think.
Please proceed,
For
Honorable
Batch
Secretary.
1, Bukidnon, the activity is scheduled on January 20, to 21, 2026 at Chali Beach Resort, Cugman, Cagayan de Oro. Each selected LGU is requested to designate 2 participants, preferably the mayor or Sangguniang Bayan member who is the Committee on Chair on Health and the concerned MLGOO. So that's for the responsive reads. Then, maybe for the detail, we can furnish copy. Then, an advisory from the DILG, Region 10, Northern Mindanao Bukidnon Provincial Office, received on January 19, 2026, with the subject, updates on the training workshop on CBMS Module 3B, utilizing CBMS data in the Comprehensive Development CDP on February 17 to 19, 2026 at Chali Beach Resort and Hotel, Cugman, Cagayan de Oro. Detail will be furnished also. Next is an advisory from the DILG Region 10, Northern Mindanao Bukidnon Provincial Office, received on January 19, 2026 with the subject, Regional and Provincial Elections of the Lady Local Legislators League 4L of the Philippines on February 11, 2026 at the Limketkai Lux Hotel, Cagayan de Oro City. Copy will be furnished also. Advisory from the Department of Interior and Local Government Region 10, Northern Mindanao, Bukidnon Provincial Office, received on January 19, 2026 with the subject, dissemination of Memorandum Circular Number 2026-001, Re. 27th National Executive Committee of the National Movement of Young Legislators. That's all from the Secretary of State.
Thank you, Honorable Secretary. Proceed, Majority Floor Leader.
Item number 10, privilege hour. If there any the member of the Sangguniang Bayan to have a privilege, there is none. Question hour. Number 12, business for the day. Letter A, committee report. Committee on Laws.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. May we welcome the Committee Chairman of Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulations to report his committee report. Honorable Durumal.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. Committee report number 2026-01, Committee on Laws and Agriculture, January 21, 2026. To the presiding officer, subject, Ordinance number 04, Series of 2025 of Barangay Dagumbaan, Maramag, Bukidnon, received on May 23, 2025, entitled, An Ordinance Amending Section 2 of the Ordinance number 04, Series of 1997, entitled, An Ordinance Demanding the Public to Keep Their Animals on its Proper Habitation. Proponent, Sangguniang Barangay of Dagumbaan, submitted by Committee on Laws, Rules, Ethics, and Regulation, Committee on Agriculture, Livelihood, and Agrarian Reform. Findings and recommendations. Number 1, submit to the Office of the Secretary to the Sangguniang Bayan, review on Ordinance number 04, Series of 2025 of Barangay Dagumbaan, amending Section 2 of Ordinance number 04, Series of 1997, entitled, An Ordinance Demanding the Public to Keep Their Animals on its Proper Habitation. Number 2, attached to the Ordinance number 04, Series of 2025, is a copy of Ordinance number 04, Series of 1997. Number 3, the purpose of the Barangay Ordinance is to require all animals owners to exercise full responsibility over the animals and to ensure that such animals, particularly dogs, goats, cattle, pigs, and other domesticated animals, are kept within the private premises and not to allow to roam freely in the public places such as roads, markets, footpaths, or school premises. Number 4, the Sangguniang Bayan of Dagumbaan observed that the existing fines under Ordinance number 04, Series of 1997 are outdated and are no longer effective in ensuring compliance. Number 5, Section of the Ordinance number 04, Series of 1997 provides that animals such as pig, horses, cows, carabaos, goats, dogs, and other that are found wandering in the public areas within Barangay Dagumbaan shall be considered lost or stray and are subject to impoundment. Number 6, Section 2 of the ordinance provides that the owners of the stray animal shall be fined in the following amounts: A. 100 for the first offense, B. 200 for the second offense, C. 300 or imprisonment of 2 to 5 days or both upon the discretion of the court. Number 7. As amended, Ordinance Number 04 Series of 2025 provides that owners of the stray animal shall be fined in the following amounts: A. 500 for the first offense, 750 for the second offense, 1,000 for the third offense. Number 8. Sangguniang Barangay increased the amount of fines provided the previous ordinance. The increase of amounts fall within the allowable limits prescribed for the violation of barangay ordinances. Furthermore, the provision imposes imprisonment which is not authorized by the barangay was removed accordingly. On January 12, 2026, a joint committee hearing was conducted at the Legislative Building Room with the presence of the committee chairperson, members, representative from the Barangay Dagumbaan. Number 10. The following matters transpired during the committee hearing. A. Honorable Doromal observed the following. The ordinance is about a broad and scope as it includes animals such as goat, pigs, and cattle, which are typically kept in the farm and rarely considered strays. 2. The penal clause of the ordinance cannot be properly applied to owners of the animals that cause the damage, particularly in cases involving goats and cattle, as extent to the damage caused by the animals may be severe and not be adequate compensated for the fixed amount prescribed under the ordinance. The penal clause would be more applicable to the owners of the stray dogs. There is a national law covering the stray dogs. B. The Sangguniang Bayan was advised to modify the ordinance to specifically cover stray dogs only and to consider enacting separate ordinance governing other domesticated animals which are usually confined in farms or enclosure. C. The representative from the Barangay Dagumbaan were advised that the copies of the minutes of the public hearing, attendance sheets, photographs must be attached to the ordinances admitted to the Sangguniang Bayan for review. D. The representatives from the Barangay Dagumbaan expressed their agreement with the committee recommendations. Number 11. Other recommendations of the committees are as follows. Each section of the ordinance should be provided with a short title to enhance clarity and facilitate ease of reference. A section enumerating the enforcing officials responsible for the implementation of the ordinance, particularly with regard to the apprehension, impoundment, and the collection of fines, should be included. And a section prescribing the guidelines and procedures for the effective enforcement of the ordinance should be likewise included. Number 12. In crafting the modified ordinance, the Sangguniang Bayan may refer the following. Letter A. Republic Act Number 9482, Anti-Rabies Act of 2007, which mandates all pets owners maintain control over the dogs and prohibits them from allowing their dogs to roam streets or other public places without leash. Requires the owners to responsibly providing proper grooming, adequate food, and clean shelter for the dogs, and mandates local government units to strictly enforce the dog impounding activities and conduct and control measures to eliminate stray dogs, and as well as to ensure that the dogs are properly confined within the premises of the owner's home and within the fence surroundings. Letter B. Chapter 11, Article F, protection of the environment from the stray dogs animals, which penalize any person who, whether intentionally or unintentionally, sets laws or allows stray dogs, swine, cattle, and other bovine animals to roam in the public and private places within the filter or not. However, it is a light committee's recommendation and the discretion of the Sangguniang Bayan, a separate ordinance addressing stray dogs may be enacted instead of single ordinance covering the types of stray animals. Now therefore, the committee hereby recommends to pass a resolution referring back for the modification of Ordinance Number 04 Series of 2025 of Barangay Dagumbaan, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Amending Section 2 of the Ordinance Number 4 Series of 1997 entitled An Ordinance Demanding the Public to Keep Their Animals on its Proper Habitation. Submitted, yours truly, Chairperson of Laws, 𝐒𝐾𝐬𝐿 Quinto, Chairperson Agriculture and Member of Laws, Bernard Subiri, Member of Agriculture, Estrella Codasal, Member Agriculture, Paquito A. Catin Jr., Member on Laws. Mr. Chair, I would like to adopt this committee report.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Doromal. There's a motion from Honorable Doromal to adopt and approve this committee report, being seconded by Honorable Bugas, Honorable Balquinto, Honorable Gaitera. So now, the motion approved. The chairman is ready for any questions, clarifications, or discussions. The chairman is now ready for any questions from the august body. Are there any more questions?
None.
None? If there's none, what's the pleasure of our committee chairman?
Mr. Chair, I would like to adopt this committee report and for repairing it back also, Mr. Chair, for compliance also. That's only, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there's a motion from Honorable Doromal to refer back
Yeah.
this
Yes, Mr. Chair.
committee report. Second by Honorable Catin and Honorable Cabalquinto. Motion approved. Next
Okay,
item.
I endorse this, Mr. Chair, to the third and final reading also. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, Majority Floor Leader.
Committee on Natural Resources and Environment Protection.
May we welcome the chairman of the Committee on Natural Resources and Environment Protection.
Honorable Presiding Officer, item 2.1 and 2.2 to be reported.
Thank you, Honorable Cabalquinto.
Good afternoon to the august body. Committee report number 2025-04 and Committee on Environment on the 16th Sangguniang Bayan, dated January 21, 2026. To Presiding Officer, subject, letter from the Office of Municipal Mayor on October 14, 2025, and requested niya Sangguniang Bayan for passage of resolution to support and no objection to the proposed solar power plant project by Solana Renewable Incorporated to be established within Central Mindanao University property located at Mos 1, Maramag, Bukidnon. Origin, Attorney si Joel Doromal, Municipal Mayor, and submitted by the Committee on Natural Resources and Environmental Protection. Findings and recommendation. 1. Central Mindanao University endorse a communication letter of the Office of the Municipal Mayor relative to the proposed solar power plant project by Solana Renewable Incorporated. 2. The proposed project shall be established within the property of Central Mindanao University, located at Mos 1, Barangay Dulugon, Maramag, Bukidnon, with an area of approximately 50 hectares, which is within the territorial jurisdiction of the Municipality of Maramag. 3. The project aims to advance sustainable energy development, promote environmental stewardship, and strengthen institutional research and capacity building initiatives. 4. The committee conducted a committee hearing on November 17, 2025, wherein the following established. Letter E, the project is currently in the pre-development stage. B, as part of the regulatory compliance requirements, the proponent is required by the Department of Energy, DOE, to secure resolution from the Barangay of Dulugon, the Municipality of Maramag, and the Province of Bukidnon in order to advance the project to the next phase. Letter C. The Solana Renewable Incorporated has already secured a resolution to support from the Barangay Council of Dulugon. Letter D. Central Mindanao University entered into a memorandum of agreement with Solana Renewable Incorporated on May 5, 2025, covering land utilization, research collaboration, institutional capacity building, and the grant of land access rights. Letter E. The project is expected to generate employment opportunities, contribute to local economic activity, and potentially enhance the municipality's energy sustainability. Letter F. The committee emphasized the necessity of securing all required permits and clearances from concerned national government agencies prior to the implementation of the project. Letter G. Solana Renewable Incorporated, as manifested by its representative during the hearing, expressed commitment to comply with all necessary procedures and regulatory requirements to ensure the proper implementation of the project. 5. The proposed project is consistent with the municipality's thrust towards sustainable development, renewable energy utilization, and environmental protection, in line with national policies promoting clean and renewable energy sources. 6. Upon review, the committee finds the request of the local chief executive proper and in order. 7. Now therefore, the committee hereby recommends to pass a resolution expressing support and non-objection to the proposed solar power plant project by Solana Renewable Incorporated to be established within Central Mindanao University property located at Muswan, Maramag, Bukidnon. Submitted by yours truly as chairperson, concurred by Honorable Jonathan Lucinio, member, and Honorable Bernard Lawrence Sobiri, member. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt this committee report.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman Cabalquinto. There's a motion from Honorable Cabalquinto to adopt and approve his committee report, seconded by Honorable Paulican. Motion is hereby approved. Now the chairperson is ready for any discussion, questions, or some clarifications from the august body.
Yes.
Yes, Honorable Samuel Bugas.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like, this is only a manifestation wherein there is a memorandum of agreement between the Solana and the Central Mindanao University. So could we ask a furnished copy of the memorandum of agreement so that we can have the pros and cons of the project and the municipality of Maramag for the advantage of the municipality, or is there any problem for that? So we just only have to read the memorandum of agreement. No other question.
Thank you, Honorable Samuel Bugas. I think the letter of memorandum of agreement and even other documents were given last session. Maybe request to the Office of the Sangguniang Secretaries to please provide to Honorable Bugas some of those documents. Any questions from the august body? This is 50 megawatt?
Yes.
Phase 1.
Yes.
For the phase 1. To 120, expandable to 120.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable 𝐁𝐀𝐃𝐑.
This is just rejoinder to the Honorable Chair. Actually, if since Honorable Bugas has inquired about the memorandum of agreement, I think there is no need for us because what they are applying, what they are requesting from the Sangguniang Bayan is just to pass a resolution approving their request so that they can start processing all the documents. That is all, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Honorable 𝐁𝐃𝐑. May we confirm Honorable Bugas, no? Memorandum raman to imong gipangita cons, no? So dili man ni dili man ningon sa kuano. But okay ra ta, pwede ra ka aning resolution nga i-pass na to ni sa ilahang request. Okay.
No objection naman.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Bugas. Surely we will provide the memorandum for you to review. And sa atong August body, wala na idungag ang mga pangutana? If wala na, what's the pleasure of our Honorable Chair?
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer, for being none. I move to calendar this item into third and final reading for today's session.
Thank you, Honorable Cabalquinto. There's a motion from Honorable Cabalquinto to calendar this item for the third and final reading of today's session, seconded by Honorable 𝐁𝐃𝐃 and Honorable Gaytera. Motion is approved. Next item.
Okay, another committee report, Honorable Presiding Officer. Committee report number 2026-05, Committee Environment and Natural Resources on the 16th, Sangguniang Bayan. Dated January 21, 2026 to the Presiding Officer. Subject, Ordinance number 008 series of 2025 of Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, received on December 16, 2025, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Cutting of Trees Along the Maramag River Banks within Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, and providing penalties therefore for other purposes. Proponents ang Barangay of Kampuan. Submitted by the Committee on Natural Resources and Environmental Protection. Findings and recommendation. 1. Submitted for review by the Sangguniang Barangay is Ordinance number 008 series of 2025 of Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Cutting of Trees Along the Maramag River Banks within Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, providing penalties therefore and for other purposes. 2. The Barangay Government of Kampuan recognizes its duty to protect the Maramag River, which serves as a vital water source, ecological habitat, and natural protection against flooding and erosion, and to safeguard the environment while promoting sustainable development for the present and future generations of the barangay. 3. The proposed ordinance seeks to prohibit the cutting, uprooting, damaging, or destruction of any tree along the Maramag River banks within Barangay Kampuan, except when duly authorized by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, DNR, or other appropriate government agencies for scientific safety of emergency purposes, including the removal of dead or hazardous trees upon validation. 4. On January 16, 2025, committee hearing was conducted and found the committee information. Letter E, Section 4, prohibition of the proposed ordinance does not specify the approximate distance of the river easement where the prohibition on tree cutting shall apply. B. Forester Concepcion Sivakatang, Municipal Environment and Natural Resources Officer, Mindro, as recommended that the ordinance expressly specify a 20-meter easement from the Maramag River banks in accordance with existing environmental standards. Letter C, in view thereof, the committee recommends that Section 4 be amended to read as follows. Section 4, prohibition. No person shall cut, uproot, damage, or destroy any tree within the 20-meter easement from the Maramag riverbanks within the Barangay Campuan, except when there is authorized by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, DENR, or appropriate government agency for scientific, safety, or emergency purposes. B, permitted for removal of dead and hazardous trees upon proper evaluation and clearance. D, the committee further noted that the ordinance number 008 series of 2025 has not yet been approved by the Sangguniang Barangay of Campuan, and it is therefore considered draft ordinance. Letter E, consequently, the proposed ordinance remains subject to a mandatory public hearing at the barangay level as part of the ordinance approval process. F, in the meantime, the committee recommends that the subject matter be referred back of the Sangguniang Barangay of Campuan for appropriate modification of the ordinance. 5, the committee emphasized that upon resubmission of the revised ordinance to the office of the Secretary of the Sangguniang, the barangay shall attach proof of the public hearing conducted, including but not limited to E, minutes of the public hearing, attendance sheet, photo documentation. 6, now therefore the committee hereby recommends to pass a resolution referring back for modification ordinance number 008 series of 2025 of Barangay Campuan Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance prohibiting the cutting of trees along the Maramag riverbanks within Barangay Campuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, providing penalties therefore and for other purposes. Submitted by yours truly as chairperson, concurred by Honorable Jonathan Lucinio, member, and Honorable Bernard Lawrence Subiri, member. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt this committee report.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. The Honorable Chairman 𝐶𝐶 has a motion to adopt and approve once again ini adopt and approve his committee report. Seconded by Honorable Katin. Motion is hereby approved. Now the committee chairman is ready for any questions, clarifications, or any discussions if there is. If wala. I think yes, Honorable
Mr. Chair,
Roman.
does this ordinance attach the penal clause or the penalties bearing lugar kung kinsa katong mo violate sa pagbuhat ani? Naa ba sila yung mga penalty nga gi-support ani or penal clause nila, gi-attach nila?
Naay ilang kuan mga penalties ani i-attach.
Naa dito, naay prescribed rate dito, Mr. Chair?
Yes, but the advice is that not limited to 1,000, above 1,000 ang ilang penalties.
Okay, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Durumal.
Wala na gi-apel ang bambo ani.
So, I think wala na yung questions sa natong August body. Napay kadungag o ingon natong committee chairman?
Okay, if none, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar this item, the third and final for today's session.
Thank you, Honorable 𝐶𝐶. There's a motion from Honorable 𝐶𝐶 to calendar this item for the third and final reading of today's session, seconded by Honorable Cuadrasal. Motion approved.
Item number 3, Committee on Youth and Sports.
Thank you, Honorable Majority Floor Leader. May we welcome the Committee Chairman of Committee on Youth and Sports.
Honorable Presiding Officer, to be reported.
Thank you.
Dagan reports, no?
Good afternoon to the August body. Committee report number 2026-02 Youth, the 16 Sangguniang Bayan, date the January 21, 2026. To the presiding officer, subject letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor received on November 12, 2025 requesting the Sangguniang Bayan for enactment of an ordinance institutionalizing the Federation of the Pag-asa Youth Association of the Philippines, PIAP of Maramag, Bukidnon, providing for its composition, powers, and duties of its members and appropriating funds thereof. Proponent, Municipal Mayor's Office, submitted by Committee on Youth and Sports. Findings and recommendations. Number 1, on October 12, 2025, the Office of the Secretary to the Sangguniang received a letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor requesting the Sangguniang Bayan of Maramag for enactment of ordinance institutionalizing the Federation of Pag-asa Youth Association of the Philippines, PIAP of Maramag, Bukidnon. Number 2, on January 12, 2026, a committee hearing was held and the following was found. A, the PIAP is nationwide youth organization focused on empowering and involving the youth in nation building. The PIAP puts emphasis underprivileged youth sectors by providing them a platform to partake in discussion regarding youth development in Maramag. B, the National PIAP has been created in July 29, 1974, originally known as the Pag-asa Youth Movement, etc., and has been duly registered in the Securities and Exchange Commission is EC with ECC number 01328. Since then, PIAP has been integrated in barangay levels and city, municipal levels all over the country. There are existing PIAPs in all 20 barangays in Maramag. Likewise, the PIAP Maramag chapter also exists alongside the barangay PIAPs. The enactment of the ordinance seeks to formalize the existence of individual barangay PIAPs and the PIAP Maramag chapter. The budget allocation of the PIAP Maramag chapter is included in the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office, MSWDO, annual budget. The budget exists as PIAP already exists in the barangay and in the municipality. Number 3, according to Republic Act number 8044, otherwise known as the Youth in Nation Building Act, Section 2, Policy C, and encouragement of youth involvement, character building, and development activities for civic efficiency, stewardship of natural resources, agricultural and industrial productivity, and understanding of world economic commitments on tariffs and trade and participation in structures for policy making and program implementation to reduce the incidence of poverty and accelerate the socio-economic development. Number 4, now therefore the committee recommends to enact an ordinance institutionalizing the Federation of the Pag-asa Youth Association of the Philippines, PIAP of Maramag, Bukidnon, providing for its composition powers and duties of its members and appropriating funds therefore. Successfully submitted by yours truly, concurred by Jonathan Ilocino, committee member, and Bernard Lawrence Alstuberi, committee member. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt and approve this committee report.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to adopt and approve this committee report, seconded by Honorable Katin and Honorable Gaitera. Motion is hereby approved. Now the chairperson is ready for any questions, clarifications, or discussion from the august body. Yes, Honorable Durumal.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So I would just like to ask the proponent. Now, asa na to kwaon ang budget ani sa SK fund?
Dili, cons, makuha ang budget ani cons is ta MSWDO.
MSWDO.
Existing na ni siya nga budget po.
Mo atong gamiton nga funds ana.
Yes.
So thank you, Mr. Chair.
So, from 1,000 to 2,000 na ni siya.
Yes po. Honorable Presiding Officer.
Okay. Anybody from the august body would like to ask questions, clarifications? If wala na, what's the pleasure of the Honorable Chairman?
So if there is none, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar this item for the third and final reading for today's session.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to calendar this item for the today after item in the third and final reading of today's session. Seconded by
Second the motion.
Honorable Katin. Motion approved. Next item.
Okay, another committee report, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Proceed to Honorable Chairman.
Committee report number 2026-01 Youth 16 Sangguniang Bayan, date on January 21, 2026. To the presiding officer, subject a draft ordinance yours truly received on November 27, 2025, entitled the Ordinance Institutionalizing the Local Youth Development Council, LYDC, of Maramag, Bukidnon, and locating funds thereof. Proponent, Municipal Mayor's Office, submitted by Committee on Youth and Sports. Findings and recommendation. Number 1, on November 7, 2025, the Office of the Secretary of the Sangguniang OIS received the draft ordinance. Proponent, yours truly, entitled an ordinance institutionalizing and the Local Youth Development Council, LYDC, of Maramag, Bukidnon, and accruing funds thereof. Number 2, on January 19, 2026, a committee hearing was held and the following was found. A, the decision of the LYDC Maramag. C, the LYDC is a pivotal platform for the local youth sectors which provides them an avenue to not only represent the youth in nation building but to also address pressing concerns which harms the overall development of Maramag. D, the proposed ordinance in its concordance with the existing national law, Republic Act number 10742, 𝐒𝐀𝐍 Reform Act of 2015, which prescribes the composition, appointment, and functions of the LYDC. Due to the budgetary limitation, the compensation amount stipulated in Section 5, compensation should be adjusted from 2,000 to 1,000 per attendance to quarterly meetings. According to Republic Act number 10742, otherwise known as the 𝐒𝐀𝐍 Reform Act of 2015, Chapter 3, Section 23, to ensure wide and multiple sectoral youth participation in local governance, there shall be in every province, city, and municipality a local youth development council, which shall be called Provincial Youth Development Council, City Youth Development Council, and Municipal Youth Development Council. Respectively, the local youth development council shall be composed on representative of youth and youth-serving organization in the provincial, city, and municipal level. The LYDC shall assist the planning and execution of projects and programs of the Sangguniang Kabataan and the Federation in all levels. Number 4, now therefore, the committee recommends to enact an ordinance institutionalizing the Local Youth Development Council, LYDC of Maramag, Bukidnon, and allocating funds thereof. Respectfully submitted by yours truly, concurred by Jonathan E. Luzinho and Bernard Lawrence Alsobiri, committee member. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt and approve this committee report.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There is a motion from Honorable Kalulu to adopt and approve this committee report, seconded by
Second.
Honorable Katin and Honorable Bugas and Honorable Paulican. Motion is hereby approved. Now the chairperson is ready for any questions, clarifications, or any discussion from the August body. Anybody from the August body to ask more questions? Yes, Honorable Katin.
Honorable Chair, my query is that where will you get funding from the 𝐒𝐶?
No, cons. This funding is budgeted already sa atuang
So 𝐒𝐶 funds?
no general fund man. General appropriation po.
Actually, is that is equivalent for the Barangay Development Council. Since they have their separate budget, I think they should have to get their budget from the 𝐒𝐶 funds. The
Actually,
youth development.
cons is this fund is already existing last administration pa, Honorable Presiding Officer, and then the COA policy nga gihimo, so Sa among nakuan, among gangyo dito nga og magpasa may ordinance nga ma-approve lang ang matagan og allocating fund ang Local Youth Development Council sa quarterly meeting nga ginabuhat na Honorable Presiding Officer. That's all.
Are there any more questions?
None.
The presiding officer would like to ask lang na atong taga-budget ato o taga-treasurer sa inyong committee hearing?
Oh, na.
Okay.
Ay katong pagkuan mo na siya sa.
Thank you. If wala na yung questions sa atong August body, what's the pleasure of the committee chairman?
Okay. If there's none, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar this item for the third and final reading for today's session.
Thank you. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to calendar this item to third and final reading of today's session. Seconded by Honorable Katin, Honorable Gaitera, and Honorable Cuadrasal. Motion approved.
Okay, thank you,
Item
Honorable
number
President.
4, Committee on Women, Family and Social Welfare.
Item number 4, Committee on Women's, to be reported by Honorable Cuadrasal.
Good afternoon, everybody. Committee report number 2026-08, Women's 16th SB, January 21, 2026, to the presiding officer. Subject letter from the Office of Municipal Mayor received on January 6, 2026, requesting the Sangguniang Bayan for passage of resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter into memorandum of agreement with Central Mindanao University through its Office Health Services for the provision of social worker services by the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon. Proponent, Municipal Mayor's Office. Submitted by Committee on Women's, Family and Social Welfare. Findings and recommendation. Number 1, on January 6, 2026, the Office of the Secretary to the Sangguniang received a letter from the Municipal Mayor's Office requesting the Sangguniang Bayan of Maramag for the passage of resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter into memorandum of agreement with Central Mindanao University through the Office of Health Services for the promotion of social welfare services by the Municipal of Maramag, Bukidnon. 2, on January 12, 2026, a committee hearing was held and the following was found. A, the Central Mindanao University Hospital is seeking for social welfare services for the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office for the issuance of certificate of indigency and case summaries and the assessment prior to the issuance for the clients who wish to avail the medical assistance for indigent and financial incapacitated MAIF program. B, the Central Mindanao University Hospital at its own budget allocated from the Department of Health for the own MAIF program and will not be utilizing LGU Maramag MAIF budget. C, the MSWDO will issue certificates of indigency and case summary for non-residents of Maramag who wish to avail the MAIF program. However, there will be a unique certificate of indigency for the non-residents to avoid duplication of claims between other LGUs since the certificate of indigency can be used for many purposes such as a scholarship, application, cash assistance, and etc. Thus, the unique certificate of indigency must express that the unique issuance must not only be used by MAIF program enrollment availment for any other purposes apart from the MAIF. No certificate of indigency will be issued for non-residents. The MSWDO will only issue certificates of indigency and case summaries for the clients who wish to avail the MAIF program in the CMU hospital with a referral from the CMU hospital. E, it was found that the second party in the proposed MOA is expressed as the MSWDO, which is an administrative error which could lead to documentary discrepancies. That it was requested that instead of MSWDO, the name LGU Maramag shall be used as the secondary part party. The first party, CME Hospital, agreed to provide a MOA which bear the appropriate names of social party which will be the MOA that will be signed by the local chief executive. 3. Now, therefore, the committee recommends to pass a resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter into memorandum of agreement MOA with the Central Mindanao University through its Office of the Health Services for the provision of social worker services by the Municipal of Maramag, Bukidnon, respectfully submitted by yours truly, concurred by Honorable Roda Gaitira and Honorable Paquito A. Catin Jr. I move to adopt the report of the committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chairwoman, on Women's, Family, and Social Welfare. So there's a motion from Honorable 𝐂 to adopt and approve this committee
I
report.
second the motion.
Seconded by Honorable Catin. Motion is hereby approved. Now the Chairwoman is ready for any questions, clarifications, or any discussion from the august body.
I move to calendar the item for the third and final reading to this session.
Thank you, Honorable Chairwoman. There's a motion from Honorable 𝐂 to include this item for the third and final reading of today's session. Seconded by Honorable Paulican. Motion approved.
Item number 5, Committee on Youth and Sports.
Item number 5, Committee on Youth and Sports. May we welcome the Committee Chairman Kalulu to report this item number 5.
Okay, good afternoon again.
Good afternoon.
Committee report number 2026-04, Youth, the 16th Sangguniang Bayan, January 21, 2026, to the presiding officer. Subject, the supplemental Sangguniang Kabataan Barangay Budget for fiscal year 2025, duly reviewed by the Local Finance Committee for administrative approval to witness the barangay and appropriation. A, the Barangay San Miguel, appropriation 46,319.62 pesos. B, Barangay Biscam 27,877 pesos. C, Barangay Kasanday 23,675.62 pesos. The origin, Ms. Perla C. Lamoste, Municipal Budget Officer, submitted by Committee on Youth and Sports, Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Findings and recommendation. Number 1, Section 8, B of Republic. Start sa sugod yun. Okay, to presiding officer, subject, supplemental Sangguniang Kabataan Barangay Budget for fiscal year 2025, duly reviewed by the Local Finance Committee for administrative approval to witness the barangay and appropriation. Barangay San Miguel, 46,319.62 pesos. Barangay Biscam, 27,877 pesos. Barangay Kasanday, 23,675.62 pesos. Origin, Ms. Perla C. Lamoste, Municipal Budget Officer, submitted by Committee on Youth and Sports and Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Findings and recommendation. Section 8, B of Republic Act number 10742 or the Sangguniang Kabataan Reform Act of 2015 provides that the Sangguniang Kabataan shall approve the annual budget, which is annual slice of the annual Barangay Youth Investment Program, before the start of succeeding fiscal year, and If the Sangguniang Kabataan funds allow a supplemental budget, any changes in the annual budget shall be in accordance with existing applicable budget rules and procedures. Number 2, last November 25, 2025, the municipal budget officer submitted to the Office of the Secretary, to the Sangguniang, OSS, to the 𝐒𝐀𝐍 supplemental barangay budget of Barangay San Miguel, Barangay 𝐒𝐵𝐲, and Barangay 𝐶𝐶𝐑 for Sangguniang Kabataan review and approval. Number 3, a committee hearing was conducted on January 19, 2026 at 10:30 a.m. in the Legislative Meeting Room, Maramag, Bukidnon, with the presence of yours truly and Honorable Mr. 𝐁𝐀𝐘𝐀𝐑, Chairman, Committee on Finance and Appropriation, Honorable Jonathan Ilusinio, members Sangguniang Bayan, Honorable Bernard Lawrence 𝐒𝐿 member of Sangguniang Bayan, Honorable Samuel S. Bugas, member of the Sangguniang Bayan, Ms. Jocelyn C. Agusan, Budget Officer 2, MBO, Ms. Jenisa S. Dulas, Management and Audit Assistant, MACO, Ms. Leah M. Cadiz, Project Development Assistant, MPDO, and Honorable Miko Karumba, SK Chairperson of Barangay 𝐒𝐵𝐶, Honorable Adrian Jos, Victor Aluba, SK Chairperson of Sanday, Honorable Jimson Tanginan, SK Chairperson of San Miguel. Number 4, upon committee hearing, the following were found: A, the programs, projects, and activities stipulated in the submitted 𝐒𝐀 supplemental barangay budget have been certified to be in line with the priorities of the respective barangays. B, as evidenced by the technical review analysis sheets attached thereto, the 𝐒𝐀 supplemental budgets for fiscal year 2025 of Barangay San Miguel, Barangay 𝐒𝐵𝐶, and Barangay 𝐶𝐶𝐑 have undergone technical review by the following members of the Local Finance Committee: A, Ms. Perla C. Lamuste, Municipal Budget Officer; B, Ms. Nerijim B. Cantel, Municipal Treasurer; C, Ms. Lisa Jean Arana, CPA, Municipal Accountant; D, Engineer Robert Ilabadan, CENP, Municipal Planning and Development Coordinator; C, duly attached to the submitted 𝐒𝐀 supplemental barangay budgets are the following: A, technical review analysis sheet; B, a barangay resolution approving the supplemental budget; C, supplemental investment plan; supplemental budget on funds and actual available; A, project procurement management plan, PPMP fiscal year 2025. Number 5, in consideration to the foregoing premises, the committee hereby recommends to pass a resolution approving supplemental Sangguniang Kabataan barangay budget for fiscal year 2025, duly reviewed by the Local Finance Committee for administrative approval, to witness the Barangay and Appropriation, Barangay San Miguel, 46,319 and 62 pesos, Barangay 𝐒𝐵𝐶, 27,877 pesos, Barangay 𝐶𝐶𝐑, 23,675 and 62 pesos. Submitted, yours truly, 𝐒𝐀 Chairperson, Committee on Youth and Sports, Mr. 𝐁𝐀𝐘𝐀, Chairperson, Committee on Finance and Appropriation, concurred by Jonathan Ilusinio, Member, Committee on Youth and Sports; Bernard Lawrence 𝐒𝐿, Honorable Member, Committee on Youth and Sports; Estrella C. Cuadrasal, Member, Committee on Finance and Appropriation; Samuel S. Bugas, Member, Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt and approve this committee report.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman Kalulu. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to adopt and approve this committee report, seconded by Honorable Bugas and Honorable Katin. Motion is hereby approved. Now the chairperson is ready for any clarification, discussions, or questions from the august body. Anybody from the august body have questions? If there's none, wala na? I would like just to comment on Honorable Kalulu kay kanang mag-committee hearing ang daatog yun kasagara, di ba usay representative lang. Naayod din mong SK chairman. So, dagan king salamat no sa pag-encourage ug motivate sa mga SK chairman kay labi na panudlanan ra ba gyud ni ang inyong panakisgutan. So, dagan king salamat. Og syempre po sa mga committee hearing labi na po sa barangay nga mga about sa budget, madumduman na to sa una ang encourage ni Vice Mayor Bing Lopez nga moadto po datong mga kapitanes kay panudlanan ra pagina. So sa mga upcoming nga mga Mga meetings padayon na gyapon na Honorable Kalulo. So if wala na questions from the Honorable from the Honorable August body, what's the pleasure of Honorable Kalulo?
Okay, if there's none, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar this item for the third and final reading for today's session.
Okay, there's a motion from Honorable Kalulo to include this item for the third and final reading of today's session, seconded by Honorable Cuadrasal. Motion approved. Next item.
Okay, another committee report, number 2026-03, Youth 16 Sangguniang Bayan, January 21, 2026, to the presiding officer, subject supplemental Sangguniang Kabataan Barangay Budget for fiscal year 2025, duly reviewed by the Local Finance Committee for administrative approval to witness the barangay and appropriation. Barangay South population and their appropriation is 186,450 pesos. And Barangay La Rojas, 10,000 pesos. Origin, Ms. Perla Sila Muste, Municipal Budget Officer, submitted by Committee on Youth and Sports, Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Bindings and recommendation, number 1, Section 8B of Republic Act, number 10742, or the Sangguniang Kabataan Reform Act of 2015 provides that the Sangguniang Kabataan shall approve the annual budget, which is the annual slice of the annual Barangay Youth Investment Program, before the start of succeeding fiscal year, and if the Sangguniang Kabataan funds allow the supplemental budget, any changes in annual budget shall be in accordance with the existing applicable budget rules and procedures. Number 2, last December 3, 2025, the Municipal Budget Officer submitted to the Office of the Secretary to the Sangguniang, OSS to the 𝐒𝐀𝐍𝐆 supplemental barangay budget of Barangay South Poblacion and Barangay La Ruas for Sangguniang Bayan's review and approval. Number 3, a committee hearing was conducted last January 19, 2026 at 10 a.m. in the Legislative Meeting Room with the presence of yours truly, Chairperson and Skip Division President, Sangguniang Bayan Member, Honorable Mr. 𝐁𝐀𝐘𝐀, Chairman, Committee on Finance and Appropriation, Sangguniang Bayan, Honorable Jonathan Ilosinio, Member, is Sangguniang Bayan, Honorable Bernard Lawrence Ilsobiri, Member, Sangguniang Bayan, Honorable Samuel S. Bugas, Member, Sangguniang Bayan, Ms. Jocelyn C. Agusan, Budget Officer 2, MBO, Ms. Janisa S. Dulas, Management and Audit Assistant, MACO, Ms. Leah M. Cadiz, Project Development Assistant, MPDO, Honorable Kit Harvey Marquez, Chairperson of South Poblacion, Honorable Rizabel Burha, Chairperson of Barangay La Ruas. Upon a committee hearing, the following were found: A, the programs, projects, and activities stipulated in the submitted 𝐒𝐀𝐍 supplemental barangay budgets have been certified to be in line with the priority of the respective barangays. B, as evidenced by the technical review analysis attached thereto, the 𝐒𝐀𝐍 supplemental barangay budgets for fiscal year 2025 of Barangay South Poblacion and Barangay La Rojas have undergone technical review by the following members of the Local Finance Committee: A, Ms. Perla Sila Muste, Municipal Budget Officer. B, Ms. Nirijim B. Cantel, Municipal Treasurer. Ms. Lisa Jane Arana, CPA, Municipal Accountant. D, Engineer Robert Ilabadan, CENP, Municipal Planning and Development Coordinator. C, duly attached to the submitted 𝐒𝐀𝐍 supplemental barangay budgets are the following: technical review analysis sheet, barangay resolution approving the supplemental budget, supplemental investment plan, supplemental budget on funds actual available, project procurement management plan, PPMP fiscal year 2025. In the consideration to the foregoing premises, the committee hereby recommend to pass a resolution approving supplemental Sangguniang Kabataan Barangay budget for fiscal year 2025, duly reviewed by the Local Finance Committee for administrative approval to witness the barangay and their appropriation of Barangay South Poblacion 186,450 pesos, and then Barangay La Ruas 10,000. Submitted by yours truly, Chairperson of Committee on Youth and Sports, Mr. 𝐁𝐀𝐘𝐀, Chairperson, Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Concurred by Jonathan E., Member, Committee on Youth and Sports, Bernard Lawrence Ilsobiri, Member of the Committee on Youth and Sports, Estrella C. Cuadrasal, Member of the Committee on Finance and Appropriation, Samuel S. Bugas, Member of the Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt and approve this committee report.
There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to adopt and approve this committee report, seconded by Honorable Katin. Motion is hereby approved. Now the chairperson is ready for any questions, clarifications, or discussion. Are there any questions from the August body? Yes, Honorable Dorman.
Mr. Chair, no. Out of curiosity lang ba? South Poblacion, duha ka buok ang ilahang supplemental, no? Aga total sa akong gitan-aw 186, ang isa pod is almost 100 plus also. So since kana manggong supplemental is coming from the surplus, no? Surplus na to. So how much di ang budget sa South Poblacion? Kay akong na total murag 400,000 naman to ang na supplemental nila. So unsa di ay ang ilang na program nga activities within the year, kay usually supplemental comes naman na dito sa end of the year. So meaning to say, ang na-program lang nila nga sa within the year up to November is kamera kayo. Pila day ang budget sa South sa SK?
I think mag 2 million ata.
2 million?
Yes. Ang budget
So as I know, kung napa ko sa South, it's only 1 million, no, ang ilahang kuan. Then natingala lang ko kay almost 400,000 ang supplemental. So wala sila gakahimo within from January to pila ka months nga program kay wa may gasto kayo. So ang ilahang gasto dito sa end of the year, in which the appropriation of the SK kinahanglan na siya approve naman kung na sila approve nga budgeting, no, sa within the year. Pero maybe also kay naman ko yung mga donations at the end of the year, no, nga mo sulod gyapon mo nang madungagan.
din sila.
Oo, pero curious lang kay ko kay almost sa half of the budget of the SK is dito na na-implement sa supplemental na. So meaning to say within the year from the opening of the year wala kay sila program nga nahimo nga nabudgetan nila kay dako man kay ang sobra nila sa end of the year. Mo lang to, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Napay questions sa itong mga kuan? Wala na? So the presiding officer would like to add lang. So basin ma-review, Honorable Chairman Kalulu, ang ilang mga paggamit sa mga funding, subay ba sa pamalaod para at least sa tanan. Dili lang yun sa South Poblacion, kundi dili sa tanan. So if wala na dungag ang mga questions and clarifications sa atong August body, what's the pleasure of the Honorable Chairman Kalulu?
Okay, Honorable Presiding Officer, if there's none, I move to calendar this item for the third and final reading for today's session.
Thank you, Chairman
Okay,
Kalulu.
thank you.
There's a motion from Chairman Kalulu to calendar this item to third and final reading of today's session. Seconded by Honorable Paulican and Honorable Katin. Motion approved.
Item number 6, Committee on Barangay Affairs and Local Government, Committee on Finance and Appropriation.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader Paulican. There's, may we invite, no? Committee on Barangay Affairs and Local Government and Honorable Katin to report this committee report.
Good afternoon. Committee report number 2026-03, Barangay Affairs and Local Government and Committee on Finance and Appropriation, 16th, Sangguniang Bayan, DT January 21, 2026. 2. Presiding Officer. Subject, letter signed by Ms. Perla Silamusti, Municipal Budget Officer. Received on January 6, 2026. 3. Barangay Supplemental Budgets for fiscal year 2025 submitted to the Sangguniang Bayan for administrative approval to wit. Barangay Bagong Silang with an appropriation of 35,000. 2. Barangay Camp 1 with an appropriation of 733,740 pesos and 12 centavos. Barangay Kulambugun, an appropriation of 170,000 pesos. Barangay La Rojas, an appropriation of 54,500 pesos. And for Barangay South Population, we have 2. Supplemental budget number 1 amounting to 198,339 pesos and 5 centavos. And 6 for Barangay South Population, Supplemental budget number 2 amounting to 746,247 pesos and 93 centavos. Origin, Ms. Pirla Silamusti, Municipal Budget Officer. Submitted by Committee on Barangay Affairs and Local Government and Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Findings and recommendation. 1. Section 391, Section A, subparagraph 3 of the Local Government Code provides that the Sangguniang Barangay, as the legislative body of the barangay, shall enact annual and supplemental budgets in accordance with the provisions of the Code. 2. On January 6, 2026, the Municipal Budget Officer submitted the supplemental budgets for fiscal year 2025 of barangays Bagong Silang, Campuan, Kulambugon, Laruhas, and South Poblacion for Sangguniang Bayan's review and approval. 2. To review the above cited referral, a joint committee hearing was conducted on January 19, 2025 at 10:25 in the morning at the Legislative Meeting Room. The following has transpired during the said hearing. A. Representative from the barangays, namely, Punong Barangays Arsenio G. Dormal Jr. o Barangay Campuan, Barangay South Poblacion, Kagawad Rogelio Bersabal o Barangay Campuan, Miss Cynthia M. Cabasag, Treasurer o Barangay Bagong Silang, Mr. Pedro B. Sabsal, Treasurer o Barangay Laruhas, and Miss Marnel C. Madayag, Treasurer of Barangay Kulambugon, confirmed the accuracy of the figures provided in the transmittal letter from the Municipal Budget Officer. B. Ms. Jocelyn C. Agusan, Budget Officer 2, representative of the Municipal Budget Officer, and Ms. Shad Hanibi Castillo, Bookkeeper 1, representative of the Municipal Accountant, likewise confirmed the accuracy of the submitted supplemental budgets and stated that they had been duly reviewed by the Local Finance Committee. 4. Upon review, the aforementioned supplemental budgets were found to be in order and in compliance with existing budgeting laws, rules, regulations, and guidelines. 5. Now, therefore, the committee hereby recommend passage of the following. A. Resolution approving the barangay supplemental budget for fiscal year 2025 of Barangay Bagong Silang in the amount of 35,000 pesos. B. Resolution approving the barangay supplemental budget for fiscal year 2025 of Barangay Campuan in the amount of 733,740 pesos and 12 centavos. C. Resolution approving the barangay supplemental budget for fiscal year 2025 of Barangay Kulambugon in the amount of 170,000 pesos. D. Resolution approving the barangay supplemental budget for fiscal year 2025 of Barangay Laruhas in the amount of 54,500 pesos. E. Resolution approving the barangay supplemental budget for fiscal year 2025, supplemental budget number 1 of Barangay South Poblacion in the amount of 198,339 pesos and 5 centavos. And F. Resolution approving the supplemental budget for fiscal year 2025, supplemental budget number 2 of Barangay South Poblacion in the amount of 746,247 pesos and 93 centavos, jointly submitted by yours truly, Chairperson, Barangay Affairs and Local Government, and Nestor G. Paulican, Chairman, Finance and Appropriation, and duly concurred by Jupidel Dormal, Barangay Affairs and Local Government, John Sixto Calolo, members, Barangay Affairs and Local Government, and Estrella C. Quadrasal, member, Finance and Appropriation, and Samuel S. Bugas, member, Finance and Appropriation. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adopt and approve this.
Thank you,
committee
Honorable Chairman Katin. There's a motion from Honorable Katin to move, to adopt and approve this committee report, seconded by Honorable Gaitera. Motion is hereby approved. Now the chairperson is ready for any questions and clarifications or discussion from the August body. Anybody from the August body? Mga dungag pangutana? Walay dungag pangutana? Sige, wala. Ako na lang. If we may allow the presiding officer to just ask from some clarification ng CAP, naaway mga kapitan ni Apilani sa committee hearing? Mga kapitan, barangay captains.
Actually, in that particular committee hearing, only one appeared in the person of Honorable Arsenio Romal Jr. and the rest, they were represented by one Camp 1
Okay.
in the person of Honorable Bersibal.
So, wasin...
And the rest were represented by their treasurer.
Lagi no, salamat salamat anak pa kay kanang hinumduman nato kaniadto nga gina-encourage bigin nato ang atong mga kuan kay labi na funding ni basin pwede kay makuan pud ta sa atong mga committee sa finance nga present permanently sa committee hearing niya. Wala day dia atong mga barangay captain sa ato lang hangyon basin ma-encourage.
Actually, Honorable Presiding Officer, during our ABC meeting, I really informed them that if possible, they should have to attend during the committee hearing in order that if ever there are questions to be raised or asked, they can readily answer. But some of the punong barangays, where they have other commitment on the
labi na no, first month of the year. Pero sige lang para ma-encourage sila o ma-motivate sila kap, igna nga si presiding officer mo appeal po sa committee hearing para motungagin sila. Pwede, ABC? Pwede? Okay, there.
Actually, Honorable Presiding Officer, that should be the case. It is ideal for them to attend so that if ever there are questions, they can readily answer.
Sige.
No questions asked.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Katin. So, wala na dungag mga questions sa itong August body. Honorable August body, what's the pleasure of the Honorable Chairman Katin?
Since there are no more questions asked, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to calendar this for the third and final reading.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman Katin. There's a motion from Honorable Katin to calendar this item for third and final reading of today's session, being seconded by Honorable Cabalquinto. Motion approved. Next item.
For the third reading,
Honorable
Presiding Officer, we had 9 items.
9 items.
Honorable Presiding, before we proceed, may I strike out on item 3.1, considering that this item is nagdoble na ni siya, Honorable Presiding Officer, on item annually assigned 3.8. So, on 3.1, I would like to strike out, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Okay, permitted. Thank you, Honorable Cabalquinto. May we proceed to the first, third and final reading?
Mr. Chair, I move to pass a resolution referring back for modification ordinance number 04, a series of 2025 of Barangay Dagumbaan, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Amending Section 2 of the Ordinance number 04 series of 1997, entitled An Ordinance Demanding the Public to Keep Their Animals on Their Proper Habitation.
Thank you, Honorable Durumal. There's a motion from Honorable Dumal to pass a resolution referring back for the modification of Ordinance number 04, series of 2025 of Barangay Dagumbaan, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled Ordinance Amending Section 2 of the Ordinance number 4, series of 1997, entitled An Ordinance Demanding the public to keep the public to keep their animals on its proper habitation. Seconded by Honorable Honorable Cabalquinto. Let's now divide the house for this item. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to pass a resolution expressing support, non-objection to the proposed solar power plant project by Solana Renewable Incorporated to be established within the Central Mindanao University, property located at Muswan, Maramag, Bukidnon.
Thank you, Honorable Cabalquinto. There's a motion from Honorable Cabalquinto to pass a resolution expressing support and non-objection to the proposed solar power plant project by Solana Renewables Incorporated to be established within Central Mindanao University, property located at Muswan, Maramag, Bukidnon. Seconded by?
Second.
It's been duly seconded. Motion is being carried. Next item.
Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to pass a resolution referring back for modification ordinance number 008, series of 2025 of Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance prohibiting the cutting of trees along the Maramag river banks within the Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon.
Providing penalties.
Providing penalties therefore and for other purposes.
Thank you, Honorable Cabalquinto. There's a motion from Honorable Cabalquinto to pass a resolution referring back for modification ordinance number 008, series of 2025 of Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance prohibiting the cutting of trees along the Maramag River bank within Barangay Kampuan, Maramag, Bukidnon, providing penalties thereof and for other purposes. Seconded by Honorable Katin. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Committee on Youth.
Okay, I move to enact an ordinance institutionalizing the Federation of Pag-asa Youth Association of the Philippines, PIAP of Maramag, Bukidnon, providing for its composition, powers, and duties of its members and appropriating funds therefore.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to enact an ordinance institutionalizing the Federation of the Pag-asa Youth Association of the Philippines, or PYAP of Maramag, Bukidnon, providing for its compositions, powers, and duties of its members and appropriating funds thereof. Seconded by?
Second.
Honorable Paulican and Honorable Gaitera. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Move to enact an ordinance institutionalizing the local youth development council.
Ano? Kinanglan yung Solana yun.
No signal.
To continue, the local youth development council of Maramag, Bukidnon, and allocating funds thereof.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to enact an ordinance institutionalizing the Local Youth Development Council, or LYDC, of Maramag, Bukidnon, and allocating funds thereof. Seconded by Honorable Katin. Let me see. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to pass a resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter into memorandum of agreement with Central Mindanao University through its Office of the Health Services for the provision of social worker services by the Municipal of Maramag, Bukidnon.
Thank you, Honorable Quadrasal. There's a motion from Honorable Quadrasal to pass a resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter into memorandum of agreement, or MOA, with Central Mindanao University, CMU, through its Office of Health Services for the provision of social worker services by the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon. Seconded by Honorable Cabalquinto, Honorable isa pa ganito? Honorable Katin. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Item number 5, Committee on Youth.
I move to pass a resolution approving the Sangguniang Kabataan supplemental budget of Barangay Basecamp, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 27,877 pesos.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to pass a resolution in passing, approving the Sangguniang Bayan supplemental budget Barangay Basecamp, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 27,877 pesos. Seconded by Honorable Katin and Honorable 𝐂𝐃𝐍 and Honorable 𝐂𝐒𝐍. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Move to pass a resolution approving the Sangguniang Kabataan supplemental budget of Barangay San Miguel, Maramag, Bukidnon.
Isa to. Sangguniang ba yung supplemental budget?
Isa ito? Tapos ito gamay. Barangay Kisanday, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 23,675 pesos and 62 centavos.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to pass a resolution approving the Sangguniang Kabataan supplemental budget of Barangay Kisanday, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 23,675 pesos and 62 centavos. Seconded by
Second.
Honorable Katin. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Move to pass a resolution approving the Sangguniang Kabataan supplemental budget of Barangay San Miguel, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 46,319 pesos and 62 centavos.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to pass a resolution approving the Sangguniang Kabataan supplemental budget of Barangay San Miguel, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 46,319 pesos and 62 centavos. Seconded by
Second.
Honorable Katin. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Move to pass a resolution approving the Sangguniang Kabataan supplemental budget of Barangay Larujas, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 10,000 pesos.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There's a motion again from Honorable Kalulu to pass a resolution approving the Sangguniang Kabataan supplemental budget of Barangay La Rojas, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 10,000. Seconded by
Second.
Honorable Katin and Honorable 𝐂𝐃𝐍. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Move to pass a resolution approving the Sangguniang Kabataan supplemental budget of Barangay South Poblacion, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 186,450 pesos.
Thank you, Honorable Kalulu. There's a motion from Honorable Kalulu to pass a resolution approving the Sangguniang Kabataan supplemental budget of Barangay South Poblacion, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 186,450 pesos. Seconded by
Second.
Honorable Paulican and Honorable Katin. Motion approved. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Item number 6, Committee on Barangay Affairs.
Okay, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget of Barangay Bagong Silang, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 35,000 pesos.
Thank you, Honorable Katin. There's a motion from Honorable Katin to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget of Barangay Bagong Silang, Maramag, Bukidnon for the fiscal year of 2025 in the amount of 35,000 pesos. Seconded by Honorable 𝐂𝐃𝐍. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their right hand. I see everybody raising their right hand. Motion approved. Next item.
Along man. Move to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget of Barangay Camp 1, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 733,740 pesos and 12 centavos.
Thank you, Honorable Katin. There's a motion from Honorable Katin to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget of Barangay Camp 1, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 740 pesos and 12 centavos. Seconded by Honorable 𝐒𝐿 and Honorable Gaytera. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Move to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget of Barangay Kulambugon, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 170,000 pesos.
Thank you, Honorable Katin. There's a motion from Honorable Katin to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget of Barangay Kulambugon, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 170,000 pesos. Seconded by Honorable Bugas. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Move to pass resolution approving the supplemental budget of Barangay Larojas, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 54,000 pesos at 54,500 pesos.
Thank you, Honorable Katin. There's a resolution by Honorable Katin to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget of Barangay Larojas, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 54,500 pesos only. Seconded by Honorable Gaytera. Motion. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Move to pass resolution approving the supplemental budget number 1 of Barangay South Poblacion, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 198,339 pesos and 5 centavos.
Thank you, Honorable Katin. There's a motion from Honorable Katin to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget number 1 of Barangay South Poblacion, Maramag, Bukidnon for the fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 198,339 pesos and 5 centavos. Seconded by Honorable Gaytera and Honorable 𝐒𝐿. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Next item.
Move to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget number 2 of Barangay South Poblacion, Maramag, Bukidnon for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of 746,247 pesos and 93 centavos.
Thank you, Honorable Katin. There's a motion from Honorable Katin to pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget number 2 of Barangay South Poblacion, Maramag, Bukidnon for the fiscal year of 2025 in the amount of 746,247 pesos and 93 centavos. Seconded by Honorable Dorumal. Let's now divide the House. Who's now in favor of this item? Let me see your right hand. I see everybody raising their hands. Motion approved. Majority Floor Leader.
Item number 13, unfinished business, unassigned business, none. Unfinished business, none. And also, that's all, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you.
We ask the Honorable Secretary for the announcement.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Paulican. Is there anything from the Secretary's table for the done? Wala? Wala. So I heard Honorable Quadrasal to adjourn, but before that, I would like to say some announcement lang. And kaning sa January 26, Monday next week, nakakuha tag schedule no sa Sangguniang Bayan ng Manolo Fortich. Kay in preparing for the approval sa atong CLUP and also sa atong pagdungag review sa mga proposals sa CLUP no. Mag-benchmark ta dito Monday, murag 9 o'clock ba atong schedule dito, Len? 9 o'clock in the morning. And also after that visit sa ilang pag-benchmark, na po invitation from Del Monte, Philippines sa ilahang clubhouse para makadungag pod og discussion sa in favor yapon sa atong CLUP nga approval pohon. So pwede ba na ko ma-count karon kung kinsay makatungha ana sa Lunes? Kay sa CLUP, in preparation na ra ba ni sa atong CLUP? So basin pwede na to ma-encourage o pwede na to mahangyo atong mga August body, Honorable August body.
Tanan
Makatunga?
siguro, Presidente
Yes,
Officer.
Honorable Cabalquinto.
I think na tanan siguro mo participate.
Tanan ta?
Karon
That's all right.
wanay pangutana ini kabut sa
Okay. 9 o'clock sumuhawa ta diri sa mga 7? Or 6:30? 6:30 na. So, uban po datong OIC. Dili ka kauban mo. Nakay. Si Lenny na lang. Si Lenny. Tama. Wala mabilin sa office. So, dagan kayong salamat to sa commitment na to para sa Lunes. So, napay dungag announcement. Yes, Honorable Samuel Bugas.
Okay. The Committee on Land Management and Titling will be having an ocular inspection at Barangay Panalsalan on this Friday, January 23, 2026 at 1 p.m. on unfinished business 1.4, 1.8, and 1.9. And persons invited are Honorable Jonathan Lucinio, Chairperson, Honorable Samuel Bogas, Member, Honorable Diosdado Siberia, Member, Engineer Apiles Cerizo, Municipal Assessor, Honorable Mr. Jeffrey Juan, Municipal Planning and Development Office, Honorable Imelda Gimba and the Barangay Council, the Barangay Local Government Unit of Panalsalan, Ms. Roxanne Dumalig, Sinro Valencia, and also our ban for
SB ban.
SB ban for the travel to Panalsalan.
Thank you, Honorable Katin. Kalusan, Friday.
This coming Friday, January 23 at 1 p.m.
Another. Thank you.
Yes, another.
Yes. Another.
Also, the Committee on Land Management and Titling will be having a committee hearing on unfinished business item 1.7 regarding the comprehensive land use plan on January 27, Tuesday. And persons invited are Jonathan Lucinio, the chairperson, Samuel Bugas, member, Diosdado Siberia, member, Joe Fidel Dormal, chairperson on Committee on Laws, Honorable Roy Cabalquinto, chairperson on the Committee on Natural Resources, Honorable Bernard Zuberi, chairperson on the Committee on Engineering, Mr. Serapin Sabiliana, Municipal Mayor's Office, Engineer Robert Labadan, Municipal Planning and Development Office, Mr. Jeffrey Juan, Municipal Planning and Development Office, sectoral staff of the MPDO, Engineer Apiles Cerizo, the Municipal Assessor's Office, Murag Bago ni siya na-promote, Mr. Arman de la Cruz, Municipal Agriculture Office, for Ms. Concepcion Pakatang on Menro, and also Ms. Roxanne Demalig of the DNR Sindro of Valencia. And this will be at the function hall. Okay naman siguro da.
Technically, murag mo ni siya ang TWG, no? Technical Working Group. Tama ba?
Comprehensive Land Use
Para
Plan.
sa CLUP na to, mo ni no? So, pwede na to ma-invite apil ang mga katong uban po ng mga farmers and other industries sa pineapple baka sa para madungan na nato og tanaw sa mapa ang mga proposals.
Honorable Chair.
Yes, Honorable Polican.
Pwede kita lang sa
Dinsa.
Ayha na ta mo final mo invite sila kung maplaster na nato daan.
Okay, copy. Honorable Polican.
Kay kung ato silang invite basin yang mayagaw na noon. Kay dili na to maplaster daan ba.
Okay.
So,
kita lang sa kay para plaster daan. Ayha na to sila i-invite. Kung na mga suggestion po nila, ayha ra sa dahil ta mo kuan sa ila o action.
That's been noted, Honorable Polican.
so it's timely because on the 26th we'll be at the Manolo Portes for benchmarking at January 27 for the committee hearing for this person, and maybe all are requested to attend on this committee hearing.
Noted. Thank you, Honorable Samuel Bugas. Yes, Honorable 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐾𝐀.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. The Committee on Agriculture will conducting a committee hearing this coming Friday at 9 a.m. in the morning on item 3.7, and also invited the committee member, Honorable Kudasan, Honorable Subiri, and representative from Agriculture Office, and also the President of San Miguel Corn and Cassava Farmers Association on 9 o'clock in the morning, and another committee hearing on item 3.8, also invited committee member and also representative from Agriculture Office, and also the President of Narukdogan Association, 10 o'clock in the morning. That's all, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐾𝐀. Dungag announcements?
Honorable Presiding
Yes,
Officer.
Honorable Subiri.
Committee on Cooperative, 12.3. I would like to invite the members, and also the schedule is 9:30 in the morning. Engineer Evelyn Lantong, the chairpersons of MACO, MPC. Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Subiri. Yes, Honorable Durumal.
Mr. Chair, committee hearing, Committee on Laws, January 27, 2026 at 10 o'clock in the morning. Item 8.7 and 8.8. Invited person, Mr. Chair, Honorable Katin, Member on Laws, Honorable 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐾𝐀, Member on Laws, Honorable Pilisardo Omungo Sr., Punong Barangay Tubigon, Honorable Hieronimo Mangoncia, Barangay Kagawad, Tubigon, Miss Rosalinda Silao, Barangay Secretary, Tubigon. Same hour, Mr. Chair, and same date, Committee on Laws also. As person invited, Honorable Katen, Member on Laws, 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐾𝐀, Member on Laws, Pilisardo Omungo Sr., Punong Barangay Tubigon, Honorable Chopanis Canoy, Barangay Kagawad, Tubigon, Miss Rosalinda Silao, Barangay Secretary, Tubigon. Item 8.10, Mr. Chair. And the last, Mr. Chair, item 8.9, same date, same time. Member, Honorable Paquito Katin, Honorable 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐾𝐀, Honorable Pilisardo Omungo Sr., Punong Barangay Tubigon, Honorable Alfonso Torregosa, Barangay Kagawad, Tubigon, and Miss Rosalinda Silao, Barangay Secretary, Tubigon. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Durumal, pwede ma-appeal nato ning kuan kaning katong referral number 1 and 2 ganina.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Pwede ra pod katong referral number 1 and number 2, Mr. Chair, to be included also. At pwede 11 o'clock in the morning, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Durumal. More announcements? Ay, katong sa CLUP bitaw, co-chair Bugas, pwede na tumapil ang mga kapitan po ba? O invite? Mga barangay captain? Diri na lang ta sa session hall.
Mr. Chair, katong
Yes, Honorable
suggested nga committee hearing na to, Mr. Chair. It is between sa LGU about sa katumatong atong
The proposal.
determination sa katong mga laws and guidelines from the MPDO. So murag kay anyway naamantay Mr. Chair, public hearing. After sa atong committee hearing, kinahanglan, Mr. Chair, nga within sa to as a local government unit, natay stand kung asa tamo stand nga ground, kay naamanggoy mga issues nga atong i-address, Mr. Chair, especially sa katong foregoing penalties nga to be implemented.
Or kuwan lang siya, excluded lang siya nga item, dito lang sa pag-identify lang sa mga igo nga mga proposal sa mga sa mapa.
Okay.
Sila magud mas first hand maka-identify ani, di ba? Or to verify lang kana lang apart. Kay labi na technical sa mapa ra beginning sa CLU.
Oh, pero naara ba tay kuan Mr. Chair, ocular inspection yun, no, sa katong total area planted yun, actual.
O okay ra, walay problema. Ang kaning sa mapa lang nga gina-propose sa kuan, at least naatay diretso mapangutan-an.
Sa barangay captain.
Oh. But naaman sad si ABC noon, pero mas lahi gina kung naa silang barangay captains.
So those areas affected, Mr. Chair?
Yes, and particularly lang sa katulang discussion sa
Affected areas.
sa mapa lang and sa penalties and sa uban nga etc. dili na nato sila apilon.
Okay. Oh, affected areas.
Oo.
As per the secretary of the chairman, the barangay captains of the affected areas or the barangay captains of planted areas will be after the public hearing.
Public hearing na diretso.
After na.
Okay, sige. Next. Wala na?
Committee report niyo mawala.
So what's the pleasure of the August body?
I move to adjourn. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to adjourn.
Yes, there's a motion from Honorable Subiri to adjourn our session, seconded by Honorable Dorumal and Honorable Gatin. Our session is adjourned at exactly 3:20 in the afternoon. Daghang salamat sa atong August body. Session adjourned.